Hi Cancer. Today we're reading for April 2023 and I am using the Slavic Folklore Lenormand deck. I do specialise in Lenormand. I have been reading Lenormand for over 20 years, but in the future I will be incorporating probably some tarot as well as oracle cards. I am still only learning tarot though, so I do need a bit more practice before I'm comfortable bringing that into it a little bit more. But with Lenormand, I do read very intuitively, and this deck is a little bit different to the traditional Lenormand. So for April 2023 for Cancer, 2 for their general life portion, 2 for love, 2 for your career and your finances. Oh, I've pulled 3 there, but that's fine. And an extra 1 for your general health. And then your overview, the bird. Okay, so I think it was Virgo has had the bird as their general overview as well. So currently sort of anxiety might be a bit of an issue for you guys. That mind chatter going a bit overwhelming there. Hopefully that's not the case for everybody, but if you do have strong planets in Virgo and this reading doesn't resonate for you, maybe flip back over to the Virgo read. That they've pulled the same energy there for their overview, so that might be more for you. But for your general life portion today, we have drawn the Herald and the Stars. Wow, this is actually seeming very close to that Virgo reading. You might have someone important to you that is a Virgo, or you might have quite a lot of planets in Virgo. Okay, so we've got the Stars and the Herald, and the Stars is one of the most beautiful cards in the Lenormand. It does talk about wishes sort of coming true, hope, optimism, those sorts of things. So wishing upon a star. The Herald does, traditionally this is the Stork card in Lenormand, and it does talk about, you know, stirring things up quite a lot of transition and movement with the Stork card there, the Herald card there. So it sort of does bring about some sort of change and a transition into all your wishes sort of coming true. So your general life portion at the moment, you know, things might be stirring up a little bit for you at the moment, but we're heading into a period, you know, of really high optimism and positivity. So with that star card there, so if there are any little secret desires or hopes and wishes that you have had, now really is the time to sort of get them moving and try to transition towards those goals. Now, with your love relationships at the moment, we have the Ship and the Mouse. Okay, and now the Mouse can talk about, you know, worries and weaknesses, insecurities. I feel that's going back towards the anxiety I mentioned with the Birds card, a bit of worry in the background for you guys at the moment when it does come to love. So things that have been nibbling away at you. The Lenormand is very symbolic. So, you know, when you do see a mouse, it can talk a lot about, you know, things nibbling away at you. It can also mean theft. So I'd be watching out for, you know, keeping an eye on things and making sure that people that you're in romantic relationships with aren't able to take more than what they are given from you, whether that be, you know, money or parts of yourself. You know, I feel that is a little bit of a warning for you guys at the moment, that you do want to make sure that you're not letting these things nibble away at you. You're not letting, you know, express what's going on, because if things are nibbling away at you, it is going to take from you. You know, but then with the ship is always a generally positive card. You know, like your ships are coming in, the cargo's coming in to dock, those sorts of a thing. And you know, it's a very good movement and adventure card as well. So with love relationships, this is really about that fun and adventurous spirit. You may actually be traveling somewhere to either meet someone or see somebody. They might be at a bit of a distance from you. So with the ship, that can talk about taking a bit of a journey to go see somebody or to meet somebody, and like you may meet somebody while you are traveling. Those sorts of things. They might be at a distance from you, so you do need to travel in order to get to them. But it's also talking a lot about that adventure and that fun. You know, having, if it's someone that's in your life day to day, bringing that fun back into it, that sense of adventure back into the relationship. Go and do something a bit wild or adventurous. Now's the time to be thinking about taking journeys, planning holidays with someone. If you are already with someone romantically, it might be a really good time to plan a holiday or a trip with that person. So I wouldn't worry too much about the mouse card there. I feel that that's just sort of just a little bit of a warning to not let your insecurities and the things that are nibbling away at you take control, and just take control of them yourself. If you do need to address things, address them. Okay, and then with your health, we have not health, sorry, career and finances. I did draw the grave, and then I did draw an extra card here with the ring, which is the relationship card, and the knight. So this is talking about straight away fast-moving relationship. So when we're talking about career and finances, the ring's not necessarily love relationships. It can just talk about cycles and relationships in general. So this is some sort of fast-moving energy. So you might be meeting someone suddenly, or you might have someone new coming into work that is bringing that new energy. And you may be able to form a strong relationship with them career-wise, help get your finances moving, in having a good relationship with your finances, getting them moving quickly for you. That does have a very sort of speedy sort of energy with it. The knight card there, it's in traditional lenormand, that's the rider. So sometimes it can sort of talk about a male with that sort of kindly countenance. So it could be like a mentor coming in quickly to strengthen the relationship you have with your job or your finances. So that's actually quite positive, and it does overshadow the negative that can come from this card here. But with those cards there, I would say this is actually much more about that cycle that the ring has got there, the cycles, because the well, in this deck it's the grave, traditionally it's the coffin. It does talk about things needing to end in order to begin again. Things do need to be closed out before we can move into the next stage of the cycle where they're opened. So endings bring in beginnings. And with the ring there, and the heavy movement, something changing quickly, but moving forward in that cycle. So something might end really quickly, but it'll bring about new changes and bring in new beginnings for you as well. So if you're looking at changing jobs at the moment, that might be something that's going on with this. It might be, ending one job to move quickly into a new cycle with a new job. And that can actually be a really positive thing. So some people do get a bit nervy when they see the grave / coffin card there, but it's not necessarily about physical death. It's just the death of a situation. So like I said, closing off one cycle to move into the next. With your general health at the moment, we have the woman. Okay, I might draw a second card for her. It can talk about, a woman of importance. So if you're, so maybe that's just simply saying, Leo, Cancer. My bad, I'm reading for Cancer, not Leo. I have just done a few readings in a row, so I'm getting a bit confused. I need to take a coffee break, I think. But the lady, it could be talking about someone of importance to you, particularly like mother figures. So if your mother's health has been a concern to you this next month, there may be something popping up there with a mother figure. Obviously, not doesn't have to be your bio mum. It could be a grandmother or just a mother figure, so a woman that is important to you. Could be yourself if you're a female. Their health being important for this next month. Let's see here. We've got the moon. So the moon is really talking about intuition when it comes to this. So if you are feeling, if your intuition is telling you that there's a health issue with a woman, please get it checked into this month. Follow your intuition. If your intuition is telling you it's no big deal, it's probably no big deal. But if your intuition tells you, hang on, there might be something here, please go and get it checked out this month. Because your intuition is going to be the key player when it comes to this woman's health, whether that be a figure in your life or yourself. Follow your intuition. The moon does bring about a lot of luck and sort of beauty as well. So it wouldn't be anything, I don't think, too concerning, but really follow your intuition this month when it comes to any health issues with the females around you. Okay, now for your shadow work portion. So shadow work for Cancer, April 2023. Do like to talk about shadow work. So we sort of have a basis of things we can work on for ourselves each month. You know, it's obviously nothing you have to do or anything like that. You know, nobody grows when they're forced. But if you choose to, like me, be very interested in self growth and self betterment, shadow work is something that can actually really, really help you out. So for your shadow work this month, we have the snake and the lily. Okay, so Cancer actually did get the lily as well when it comes to their shadow work this month as well. So you might be on the cusp, or it might somehow be important to you as well if you've got heavy Cancer placements, as well as the Leo placements. Okay, so with the lily does talk about that end of life period, the retirement age, so to speak. So it's sort of talking to you about, you know, getting the things in order, making sure you know where you want to be at the end of your life. What sort of a person do you want to be when it's all said and done? Where do you want to be? So it's looking at the things, and it's a very intimate card as well. So it's looking at the things that are really, really important to you in life. It is also a career card as well. So what we've discussed with that change coming through with your career may actually end up becoming really important for your retirement and the rest of your longevity, I suppose. You know, so those things could be really important for you this month with your shadow work. But it does talk about intimacy a lot too. So it is really, really talking about being intimate with ourselves. And with the snake, I would be saying that intimacy with, what am I passionate about? What do I desire? What do I truly desire in this world? You guys pulled the star for your general portion. So really heading towards the things that you do truly desire in this life. Where do you want to be at the end of it? You know, the things that you desire and your ambition to get yourself there. You know, there is a little bit of deception with the snake card as well. So just keep an eye out for things that you might be, you know, be intimate with yourself. Once again, be intimate and pull yourself up basically on things that you might be deceiving yourself over. So if you constantly keep telling yourself the same narrative and you know deep down that you don't believe it, now really is the time to sort of look at that, be intimate with yourself about that particular issue, and, you know, truthful, because, you know, the snake does talk about, you know, the imagery comes from a lot of the time that old Bible story with, you know, the snake convincing Eve to eat apples. So So she's tempted to eat the apple. The snake deceives her, so to speak. So it's really talking about looking at areas in your life where you could be tempted to do the easy thing, or the tempting thing. But is it really what you really want? It's a hard question sometimes to face ourselves, and there is a high element of truth coming through. And with the tree in the imagery as well, it is quite a strong imagery of self growth as well. So it's really facing these things in order to grow. If there is things that you're deceiving yourself about, stop. Be truthful with yourself. You don't have to be truthful to me or to anyone else. That's a choice we all make, but be truthful to yourself. And that intimacy we have within ourselves, to actually be truthful with ourselves. You don't need to be negative to yourself, but truth is its own reward. And the ambition and the desires, thinking about how you can get to those desires and achieve those things without being deceptive. Okay, so I feel like there may be something. I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about already. There's something that you have been deceiving yourself a little bit about. Maybe a behavior that you have, maybe a way that you come across to people. Now is really the time to sort of be truthful with yourself about that and moving forward. Okay, now let me know how you guys go, and please leave a like if you have watched the video. Subscribe. Leave comments. I'm really open to comments, and I am just starting my channel, so every little thing really does help out. So thank you guys so much, and I'll hopefully see you again soon.